Hello and welcome to Health 247 on Rapid Television, the program that brings you trusted health insights, expert advice, and inspiring real life stories. Today, we turn our attention to a serious yet often misunderstood health condition, which is heart failure. I am Josephine Bitrus. Thank you for staying with us. Heart failure does not mean the heart has stopped working. Instead, it means the heart is not pumping blood as effectively as it should, making it difficult for the body to get the oxygen and the nutrient it needs. This condition affects millions of people worldwide and can develop slowly over time, often as a result of high blood pressure, heart attacks, or other heart-related diseases. Today, we will explore what heart failure is, its warning signs, causes, and how it can be managed or prevented. Stay with us. Heart failure is a very serious global health problem today because it affects millions of people, reduces quality of life, and is a leading cause of hospitalization and death, especially among older adults. Despite advances in treatment, the condition remains associated with high healthcare costs, frequent complications, and increasing prevalence due to rising rates of hypertension, obesity, and aging populations. Heart failure is a serious condition in which the heart cannot pump enough blood to meet the body's needs. One of the major causes of heart failure is hypertension, also known as high blood pressure. Persistent high blood pressure forces the heart to work harder, leading to thickening and weakening of the heart's muscles over time, and reduced physical activity and lack of exercise.
So, heart failure is a pathologic state, as we may put it, in which the heart fails to meet the demands or the requirements of the tissues, the other tissues. So, basically, the heart is pumping blood, but it's not enough for the other tissues of the body because, of course, the heart supplies the lungs, the liver, every other organs in the body. So, when someone is having a heart disease or a heart failure, the supply is not meeting the demand in basic terms. So the rate at which the heart is pumping blood is not enough to meet the tissue support or tissue supply.
If hypertension remains uncontrolled for a long period, it can eventually result in heart failure and other serious cardiovascular complications.
So there are lots of factors or risk factors that can predispose someone to having a heart disease, right? Hypertension is one of them. Having hypertension, how does hypertension lead to heart failure? So what usually happens in case of hypertension or high blood pressure is that there is a narrowing of the blood vessels. So the arteries, those are the ones that supply blood. There's a narrowing, so a reduction of the arteries, the size of the arteries, and because of that, the heart tends to work more because it's doing more work in order to meet that supply since the arteries are now getting smaller. It also leads to build up. There's what we call plaque build up, right? If maybe there is an issue with the what we call endothelial cells, so fat deposits will now narrow the passage of these arteries. So that's another thing that leads to the heart failure. And of course, enlargement. Eventually, there's enlargement of the heart chambers because we have four chambers of the heart. So this thickening and this rigidity, okay, that's what usually ends up leading to the heart failure.
Fatigue and weakness, swelling of the legs, ankles or feet, rapid or regular heartbeat, frequent coughing or wheezing, sudden weight gain from fluid retention, and difficulty performing daily activities.
They say, okay, someone has a heart disease or someone collapsed from a heart attack. There's always warning signs, there's always early signs. The body doesn't just collapse in one day, it will give you certain signs. Number one is feeling like your heart is beating faster than usual, right? Some people will come to the doctor, I feel like my heart is about to beat out of my chest, or I feel that my heart is beating faster than usual. Okay, that's what we call tachycardia. Another thing is edema, that's swellings. You notice that there's swellings on your leg, on your feet, on your ankle. You look, when you press with your finger, you see that it leaves a mark, a dent. So that's accumulation of fluid in the body. So that means that the heart is getting weaker and weaker. Another sign is cough. See somebody that has been coughing more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the cough is not subsiding, right? And then breathlessness, you get tired. Sometimes even while talking, you get tired, you have to catch your breath, or walking, just taking a flight of stairs, you start getting tired. So when you see all these signs, all these early signs, you need to go and get your heart checked.
People most at risk of developing heart failure include individuals with long-standing hypertension, coronary artery disease, diabetes mellitus, obesity, and previous heart attacks. Other adults are especially vulnerable because the heart naturally weakens with age.
So the population or the people at risk of getting heart failure are, of course, the aged people, older people, because the older you get, the thicker your blood vessels get, right? Your arteries, and get more narrow, and that can predispose you to having high blood pressure. And of course, now the high blood pressure will now lead to heart failure. So older people are at risk. People that smoke, cigarette smokers, and people that consume excessive alcohol, because of course alcohol leads to overload, and it also leads to enlargement of the heart. So that predisposes one. Someone that is obese on the big side, because you are consuming a lot of fatty diets, and fatty diets can predispose you to having heart issues. And also if you consume high sodium diet, and of course people with hypertension can have heart failure. Definitely heart failure can be prevented. I feel there are lots of things that are preventable in our society that we need to watch out for, right? Heart failure is one of them. The first thing you need to do is always get your heart checked. In our environment, we're not used to taking care of our health. We put our health at the least priority and chase other things. But the important thing is getting your heart checked. Do your tests, regular health checks, right? We have some yearly checks that you can do. For example, your ECG, right? Electrocardiogram. You go and check. They will just put some wires on your chest. It's not painful, it's not invasive. They just check the electric signal of the heart and see how your heart is doing. Heart scans as well, echocardiography. You can do that to get your heart checked. You can do your regular blood test, your kidney function, see how it's doing, because other organs work in concert with the heart. So you need to always check those organs, because if you don't check your kidneys and your kidneys are getting damaged, eventually your heart can get damaged as well, because they're all working together. I like the fact that some companies always do regular checks for their employees. So it's always good to do your regular heart checks. Exercise helps to improve your heart health, right? Or strengthen your heart, in that doing regular exercise, for even if it's just at least 30 minutes a day, it helps to improve your blood circulation, right? It helps to regularize your heart rate. So it just keeps your body moving. It helps to break down a lot of fat stores in your body, which will help to reduce or the effect of heart failure, right? So doing exercise can help you to improve your heart rate, improve your body mass index. That's what we call BMI. That improves your health as well, your overall health. So exercise helps to strengthen the heart, basically, in basic terms. Lifestyle changes that help to protect the heart, like I said, you need to eat nutrient-rich food, not just eating junks. Lots of people tend to go for, oh, I just grab a snack, grab a meat pie, and that's what they do every day. There's no nutrient in that. You have to eat nutrient-rich diet, eat vegetables, eat fruits. Those things help your body, okay, to nourish your body. Drinking a lot of water helps as well. Exercising, and also doing your regular heart check. Okay, so those will help you to improve your overall heart health.
The key message about keeping our heart healthy is that prevention is always better than treatment.
One key message that I have for Nigerians out there is that you're not too young to take care of your heart. You need to start, especially if you have a family history of hypertension, heart failure, you have someone in your family that suddenly collapsed from a heart attack. You need to take care of your health, even if you are young. You need to avoid alcohol consumption. Not everyone metabolizes alcohol at the same rate. Someone may do well with a glass of alcohol, someone may do well with a bottle, but you, if you take it, it may lead to something else. So avoid those things that will predispose you to having heart issues. Just make sure you exercise, you do your regular checkups, and you eat healthy. Have a healthy lifestyle, and you'll be okay.
In conclusion, heart failure is a serious complication of long standing hypertension and remains a significant cause of morbidity and mortality globally. Proper prevention, early diagnosis, and effective treatment of hypertension are critical measures in reducing the incidence and severity of hypertensive heart failure. As we have heard today, heart failure is a serious condition, but it is not the end of the road. With early detection, proper medical care, lifestyle changes such as healthy eating, regular exercise, avoiding excess salt, and following doctor's advice, patients can live longer and better lives. If you or someone you know is experiencing symptoms like shortness of breath, fatigue, or swelling in the legs, it is important to seek medical attention early. Thank you for watching Health 247 on Rapid Television. Tune in next week for more. Until then, eat well, stay healthy, and take care. I am Josephine Beatrice.